Hello everybody, Akko here. Welcome to episode 63 of my Ultimate Feed the Beast Let's Play. I'm going to do something different today. This is a request from a subscriber, Frosty, who said he's missed some of my videos and a lot's gone on, and he wants to, he asked me to show what I've done on the server while I've been playing. So that's very understandable. I put a lot of videos out, and I know that not everyone's got time to watch half an hour a day, and with all the competition from other better YouTubers, some people may miss some stuff, so I'm going to have a little run through of all the stuff I've done on the server since I've been on here, and show you what's what. So if you've missed the last 62 episodes, you don't have to watch them anymore, although if you want to watch them, take my views off, feel free. But this one will cover pretty much everything I've done. So here we are. This is Spawn. This is where I first started off on the server. I started the server the day I found out about the Ultimate Beta. I was playing on a Minecraft server with some friends, and they weren't keen on restarting the server, and I was keen on trying a Let's Play. I've been doing some videos. I've done some little mini tutorials on extra bees and getting the old style fusion reactor and some stuff like that, and I was getting some good feedback, but I didn't have many views. So when the Ultimate Pack came out, I started doing this Ultimate server, and it's the first Let's Play I've ever done. I wasn't really that comfortable doing a Let's Play at first. I thought, well, it's just people watching me play, that's pretty boring. I was kind of more about doing the tutorials, actually show stuff. But I try and just play and actually show what I'm making. I do some alright stuff. I've seen much better stuff, but I'm fairly technical. I've seen some much more technical stuff. But after a while, I started doing well downloads, and my base is actually a good 1,000 meters away from here. It's actually further than that. Let me put that back on. I think I'm about 1,000 meters that direction. There we go, just over 1,000 meters from spawn. So after I started doing well downloads, someone mentioned that, so I put a little book here just so you can get to the house a bit quicker if you was to download the episodes, download the world from any of the episodes. So let's go through to the house. Just ignore this little bit for now. This is like a little temporary hub that I made that I never actually changed. I was going to make this into a void. I was going to make a void world and put these in there at some point, but it works alright, so I've kind of left it at that. So this is my base. This is where I came. So I like a flattish area near an NPC village. So that was what I was looking for. There's an NPC village up on the hill, and when it loads in, there's an NPC village up there somewhere. I'll give it a few minutes to load in. And I built a little wooden house in, I believe, this chunk. Possibly, yeah, it was this chunk it was, because it was next to the water. I built a little wooden house in this chunk, and that's where I started putting stuff together. Now, the first thing was obviously getting power, and I wanted to go easy. I wanted to make the easy route. I've done a bit more work on the fusion reactor, by the way. I'll be coming to that back to that next episode, but I've got a lot of the casings made. I've not got them all made yet. I need another 30 odd, I think, maybe 28 or something. I need a few more still. I'm not quite done. But once I've got all the casings done, I'm going to try doing heavy voltage cable there. I'm going to make another interdimensional storage unit, because my interdimensionals, which I'll show in this episode at some point, are creating more power than we need for that. Or maybe they're creating just enough power. I think they'll be creating just enough, but I can make it so that get a couple more solar panels on there. But one of the first things I wanted was power, and I decided to keep it easy. I decided to go the nether lava, because I didn't want to do things too complicated on the Let's Play. I may do something a bit more complicated. I've advanced, my knowledge has advanced quite a bit doing this from all the feedback from you guys as much as anything else. So I know a bit more, so I'm not going to do lava next time. I'm going to avoid lava. I'm going to avoid solars as well. I'm going to do things a bit different. I'm going to make it a bit more of a challenge to myself. But went with solar in this. So there's my solar setup. It started off small, but it's 369. It's 12 geotherms. They're not geotherms. They're thermal generators. They're the upgraded from the standard IC2. The standard IC2 puts out 20 EU a tick, and a bucket's worth of lava gets 20,000 EU. The upgraded Greg Tech ones, they don't take much to upgrade. A bit of Invar, I think, and a bit of hardened glass, possibly something else. They do 24 EU a tick, and each bucket's worth of lava is worth 30,000 EU. So it's worth upgrading. If you're going to use lava, it's worth, the cost of upgrading is worth it, I think. So the way I did that was, I made a little base here, and I quite like this. I quite enjoy coming here because, let's turn that on so I can actually fly around properly. I have to kill some gas till here. Yeah. Where are you? Pretty sure my space bar's there. Not got much life left in it. There you go. There we go. So this was lava right up to the. Good job, these modular power suits are really strong. So I'm always falling into lava. This was pretty much lava up to the level of the building here when I first started pumping lava. I was going to stop at some point, but I've not moved this since I started pumping lava, and it's still going. So I was just going to keep it going for as long as it'll go. And part of that reason is because I went with red power. Red power 2 pumps pull differently than the general IC2 pump that I use. The IC2 pump is very good. I just wanted to do the red power one. It makes it a bit harder to set up, which I'll show you when we go back in there. But if you just look how far this is pulled from, this is pretty crazy. See, that's not the edge. Try and avoid going in the lava. Look how far this is pulled from. It's ridiculous. I think the way it works is any source block that's connected, it can pull from. So it's pulled from right over here. This is in all directions. We're actually quite away from that. And again, if you go in this direction, look at this. Done massive damage to the nether. Brilliant. I thought maybe to drain this, but it just keeps pulling from further and further away, it seems. Like, see, it's still got damage over here. There we go, that's the edge. So definitely impressive using a red power pump. Something about the way it's coded, it looks for any connected source block, I think. Any connected lava source block. And it can pull from that. So obviously this won't all be chunk loaded, so I'm not sure how big my chunk load is set to. But it's still pulling, and as long as it's still pulling, I was going to leave it there. It's probably going to last longer than the server does, to be honest, because as soon as we get the ultimate beta for 1.5, I'll be going back onto the server with the guys I was playing with before I started the Let's Play. So, and I'll be doing season 1 on there, just in case you missed the episodes where I mentioned that. When the beta version of the 1.5 pack comes, I'll be going back onto the server with the other guys. I'm going to reset the map, start at 1.5 ultimate beta, and do some stuff a bit different. So I use a red power 2 pump, there it is, and that needs bluetricity power. So I had a different setup at first with some retrievers, and from a forum post we were trying to work out how a guy could get Lapatron crystals in and out of an MFSU, and I worked out I could do this the same using one BT battery. So it's emerald pipes, that one's got an empty battery in it, that one's got a full battery and an ender chest. That works very nice. It's kept this running like a boss for God knows how long. Zycraft tank there, pretty straightforward, chunk loader obviously. Zycraft tank's got a level detector. Level detector, when the lava reaches the level there, turns the state cell on, just turns the pump off. Got a 3-minute timer. As you can see, that's just going on real slow. When that timer gets round, it'll start the pump up again, so the pump's not feathering on and off all the time. And then that just comes out into a Tesseract, which sends it back to my base. So that's this area done. And like I said, the lava level was, I think, up here. Maybe, I think I bridged out from over there somewhere. Possibly over there. When I first made this. So we've used a hell of a lot of lava, which I quite enjoy. Now back to the base. And so that's where all that goes. That goes there. I've also got another lava source, but I've never used it. It's from bees. But, we'll get to that at another point. This is my machine area. My A network's pretty strong. I've seen better again, but I've got a pretty good understanding of how it works. I've not actually used. What have I not used? Always craft items. I've not used that yet. I'd cause to use that yet, but I'll have a look at that at some point. A couple of different people have asked me to do a kind of a mod spotlight, not really a mod spotlight, but a kind of tutorial on how to set up an ME network. So I'll be doing that within the next few days, I think. Starting off with a basic controller ME chest setup with a small storage cell, up to auto crafting and stuff like that. What's happened there? That's connected, it's just a visual bug I think, because I've just zoned in. Up to auto crafting and stuff, so I'm going to show you how to start off small and build it up. That'll be coming in the next few days. Right, what to do after power? Well, I'll show the other end of the power. The other end is up here. Get out of there. So this is the opposite end of the Bluetricity. This does the same. This charges the batteries instead of draining them. The batteries get put into the top of there, get charged up. That's using the wind turbine. I've got another one of these. I'll come to what this is for later. This is for my frame hot air balloon. I'll show, but not quite yet. So what did I do after that? After power? After power, we started working towards getting a quarry, and that meant some GregTech machinery. Electrolyzer, you need to get titanium. Titanium, you can make a diamond drill. Upgrade a diamond drill, you can make a quarry. So you need a blast furnace to cook the titanium. I've got a nice heat capacity on this now. Just while I'm showing you that, I'd put some of the advanced casings in there. I had 8, and it still wasn't enough because it's changed. You have to put extra coils in each of the blast furnaces now. So I took them back out, and I put all the coils in there, and I took the advanced casings back out and put them on the fusion reactor. I thought no point in wasting them. And even with that's just all reinforced and one standard in the top, I lost. I think I lost a reinforce into the lava at some point. They have 2 blocks of lava in the middle of them. And even with just reinforced and one standard, the capacity is 3180, and the highest I think you need is 2500 for tungsten. So you could get away with using a lot of standard casings these days, but you have to put the coils in there. Coils are pretty straightforward, but you can look at them in the AI, it's pretty straightforward. I've got 2 blast furnaces on here. I've got this one that's got an interface, so this one can craft silicon plates that I used for the solar panels, and this one doesn't auto craft, but it just has dusts put into it. Very nice. After that, started creating solar panels. That was all on the roof here. My solar panels eventually went to my Mistcraft age, which I'll get to in just a sec. I just want to cover a bit more of this GregTech stuff. This is my single favourite machine stroke setup in Minecraft to date. I love it. It's a combination of GregTech grinder, ME network, and I suppose some standard IC2 cabling. But that's my grinder setup. This one has mercury cells in, auto fed from the ME network. The other 3 have water. You can use sodium persulfate, but I've not bothered ever using that. I just use water and mercury. These are fed automatically via the ME network using a liquid transporter and stuff downstairs that we'll go look at in a minute. But I really like the way that looks. It just looks very industrial. I've worked in chemical plants, and the ones that I've worked in, that wouldn't go amiss. That could fit in there. I worked in a chemical plant that made an analgesic, and we had a lot of reactors and such, like nothing looking exactly like that, but if we had something looking like that in there, it wouldn't have looked out of place. It looks right. So I really like the look of that. The way the water gets put in there is another thing that I like quite a lot. This is my little setup down here. Some various ME network and thermal expansion interaction going on here. It's pretty cool. Got a liquid transposer there with a aqueous accumulator. No, I'm not. I've got water being fed in from a tesseract. Of course I have. Water fed in from a tesseract there. It's got a level emitter. The level emitter keeps 1 water cell in the ME network and pumps water cells to whatever machines need it. So it's a grinder. So whenever the grinder uses something, empty cells get sent into here via that. Liquid transporter puts water back in them, go into the network whenever they're needed. Really nice. And an extension of this, I've got a little thing set up here. I've got, one of them creates cobble if it's needed, or no, it doesn't. What's that? It's a pulverizer. This one creates sand when it's requested. So there, I keep 1,000 sand in the network. That one creates spare gravel if no, it doesn't flint. So creating sand, you sometimes get flint, so the flint goes into there. Gravel, sorry. Creating sand gives you a byproduct of gravel. Gravel gets pulverized into flint, so that puts flint into the system. This side's got smooth stone. There we go, 1024 smooth stone kept in the system. That just feeds cobble into there. ignis extruder, and there must be another ignis extruder somewhere. Feeding. Oh, of course it is. Yeah, there's two ignis extruders there. One feeds cobble, one feeds smooth stone. You can automate this all quite nice with a applied energistic semi-network. This one does. This is an induction smelter. It makes me brass and electrum and hardened glass, and it shouldn't have that zinc in there. I'll take that out. Sometimes it's not perfect. There you go. There's a bit of diamond dust in there. That shouldn't be in there, and a bit of diamond dust there as well. So that's not quite perfect. That makes me iridium alloy ingots. That's automated. My redstone cells and tesseracts are automated, getting filled with liquid ender or liquid redstone. That's using item routers there from MFR. Quite nice. Assembly table, also automated using the ME network. This one has just, I believe, has only got one thing in that interface. If I can click on it, there we go. It's got redstone chipsets, which were used as alternates in a lot of recipes, but Greg's changed it, so we don't need to make them anymore, so I won't be using that for them. But it was very useful when I was making my IDSUs, when that recipe was there. Bees, while we're down here, let's look at bees. I've only got a few alveries. I've kept production kind of small in this server, because it was always going to be a temporary until I got back on the main server, kind of, so I've got various bees. They're all at a good level of modification. We've all got all the best traits and stuff, that's what I mean by that. That's a platinum bee in there. Longest, fastest, maximum polling. I had node purifying on my bees, but it was using my aura too much, and I'm not creating any flux here anymore. So I've made them on. I've made most of them none. I think there's one node bee here still, but most of them are just none now. That's a spare refined for making oil. I've only got one turned on. Industrious and Imperial are turned off for now. Radioactive, I've just turned that back on. I've got about 2,000 uranium, but I've turned that back on. Lapis, these have all got Explorer, by the way, just let me XP go over to level 45. On my bees I've got the Explorer trait, which means they give you XP if you stand near them. I've got Lapis bees there, very useful. Emerald bees, very useful. It's another valuable, and then there's my main refined queen that produces oil, which I turn to fuel, which runs my boiler over there. I'll show you that in a sec. Ruby bees, I've got two of these now. I've just made a second one just in the last couple of hours. Because at the minute I'm struggling for chrome to make the fusion reactor, so I've got two fully upgraded ruby bees on the go, and these are all framed as well. These have got 9 frames in each, probably more than they need. You need 9 for valuable, so definitely more than you need for ruby. I'm not sure how many you need, but I've got 9 in there. I've got plenty of frames to spare, so it's no big deal. This is automated. Routers put the frames in, just connected using them. There's a hole behind a wall somewhere here, because I keep hearing a zombie. I was down here earlier, I could hear him. I don't know if I've got a hole behind one of these walls. Not that bit, but I think there's a hole somewhere. So yeah, 9 frames in each of these 3 is producing me a lot of combs. Pretty much a ruby or a platinum comb every time the bee ticks, which is like 27.5 seconds, I think. Auto crafted in there from string and wood. The wood's automatic. The wood, not wood. Impregnated sticks. That's all automatic again. Got a little separate ME network down here. Those transmitters control my farms when they turn on and off. One's the wood farm, Steve Cart's tree farm, and one's the melon farm, which I stole the idea of someone using block breakers. They was using it on a reed farm, but I'm using it on a melon farm. I'll show you that really quick in a bit. The oily propolis gets squeezed. There is oily combs, produces oily propolis, which goes into there, gets turned into fuel. Much more capacity than I need. I've only ever had one boiler on this server. If I go boilers when we restart, I'm going to make a hell of a lot of boilers. Partly because I like the way they look. I like the banks of engines on them. I'm going to make a big Titan from, if you know Warhammer 40k, there's big robots that are like massive with castles on the top of them. I'm going to make one of them. That's going to be my base on the next server. And these look pretty good using them as part of the decor, so I'm probably going to make a lot of boilers. But I might just do combustion engines, I'm not sure yet. But they'll be decorative. You'll be able to see them from the outside of the building, so they're going to be functional and decorative. While we're down here, what else we got? Steel production's real basic. I've never really automated it. I just put coal in there and iron in there. I meant to automate it, never got around to it. 3 aqueous accumulators. That's my water tesseract. So that's everywhere I need water, I just use a tesseract and put it to that channel. This is where it gets it from. 3 accumulators do a good job. These 8 igneous extruders make my scrap, well, make my cobble that gets turned into scrap. Recycler. That's my frame ship. I'll show that in a bit. Spawners. Now the first spawners was at a little base out in the desert that we'll visit in just a sec, but eventually I moved most of them down here. There was someone down in the sub basement as well, but I moved them all up here when I started using these Man Factory mob grinders. Works very nice. I've got a little 5x5 square in there. I've got the walls thick so they cover the 8x8 natural spawning space, so no mobs spawn outside of there. It's just a case of flicking the switch on and I can have them all on at once, but it takes a lot of power. I'd probably need to make more boilers to run these at any good rate, but mob spawners work really nice in conjunction with these MFR grinders. So that gets me ender pearls, zombie brains, gunpowder, blaze rods, and a spare one. Then the essence goes into this auto enchanter, as you can see there. Enchants books, get fed in from here. Got loads of books from doing Mistcraft stuff. That's the basement pretty much done. Let's go see the original mob grinder before we carry on. That's through that little hub again. I've got some places there: Twilight Forest, an abandoned mineshaft near my base. This is just so I could step through here and step into there without having to go down early game. And then XP grinder. This was a desert temple that I've altered a little bit. With a skeleton drop grinder. The drop with half a heart left and the iron golems from Thaumcraft kill them. Put XP into these. So that was my XP grinder at first. Here's my enchanting table and anvil and stuff. I've got some books in there as well. And my blaze spawner was over here, but I moved it to the other one, the other place. I quite like this place. I've always quite liked this place actually. They're a nice looking place, these desert temples. If you come up here, can I get in there without falling down? To put my flight control on. Got some come on, let me up. Damn thing. Not made for jetpacking about in. So there's a wither skeleton grinder. That's made it so you could get around there. Quite nice looking. And using something that I've not used much of but I really like. Secret doors mod. Got some nice hidden doors that I can't get through. There we go. Nice hidden doors, get in and out of there. I'm going to use them quite a lot on the next server, I think. The secret doors and stuff to make secret bases. But anyone on the server don't have to watch my videos, but then I'll know if they're not watching them. They say they do. I don't think they do. But yeah, secret doors, I quite like that. And this is, I found this in the desert when I was hunting for cinder pearls, I think. It's quite close to my base, we can get back pretty quick. As you can see, modular power suit, really fast. We're going to cover across where I did all my quarrying at first. I've since made a Mistcraft age, which we're going to next. But before the Mistcraft age, past this volcano, we'll see a load of quarried out spots. There we go, 4 chunks by 4 chunks. So this is where I got a lot of my materials from first, and then after a while I got into the new Mistcraft. Went for about 60 ages trying to get the flat age. In the end didn't use flat anyway. But this is my Mistcraft world. It's quite nice. It's a meadow biome, single biome, standard terrain. Because it's meadow, it's pretty much damn flat anyway. And I'm down at level 65, which is a nice quarrying level, I think. It's got a rainbow that's never really looked right. There's part of it. I don't think I'd use a rainbow again unless he's changed it, but very nice flat edge, and you can see I've quarried out big bits of it. Got quarrying to go there. So yeah, that's good for resources. I'd maybe do Extreme Hills Edge checkerboard next time. I don't know. I like it flat though. It's really useful flat. You get a load of good stuff. You get a load of flowers. You get. I've got crystals in here, so I can make portals. You get a load of silverwood trees for Foundcraft. You get a load of dungeons. You get the little hill dungeons from Foundcraft. It's got villages as well. Pretty cool. Very nice. As mining ages go, I like it a lot. Very nice. So let's get out of here. And what's left to cover? My Foundcraft tower. We'll get to that in just a sec. Just these are one of my favourite things that I've ever made in the game. These are MFFS doors. Really simple to make. Looks really effective. It's just some glass viewer, but it actually looks like doors. It really is one of my favourite things. If I just break a couple of blocks here, you'll see how simple it is to set up. I actually overcomplicated it at first. I put in state cells and stuff, but you really don't need it. All you need is a button, a bit of wire, a NOT gate. That's set to turn on when there's a signal. So whenever the NOT gate's on, there's a signal. Pressing the lever, turns it off, lets you through the door. It resets itself. Brilliant, really simple, really nice looking. One of my favourite little things. Now, I must have been babbling for ages, but I'll keep going, cover everything, and then it's covered, isn't it? Farms out here, MFR farms, harvester, that's the harvester, that's the fertiliser. Under here there's a planter. I've got one for wheat as well. You can make these up to 25 square now, I think. These are 11 by 11, I think. Here's a little seed farm. That's got me all my seeds for all my alvearies and impregnated frames and stuff. Works very nice. There's a receiver that's on the level emitter down in the basement I showed you. So whenever the melon level drops below 1024, that turns off so the timer can spin, and the block breakers just break any melons. Really nice. Steve's Cart's tree farm. This is controlled a little bit different. If you look down here, I've used a new condition on the autarkic gate. It's active output links, so that's looking for active links on the tesseract there. When this receiver gets turned on, this is set to enable low, so it turns that off, so there's no active links, so it turns that off, so it stops pulling things. It stops pulling the wood out of the manager, so this gets filled up with wood. Really, that works really nice. It's getting used at the minute though, because I'm making impregnated frames, so that's all good. And I'm one bit of dirt short. Can't leave that, that'll just wind me up for the rest of the video, so I'm going to get a bit of dirt and cover that up. There we go. So come back inside, and I think I've covered most things. What have I missed anything? Oh, my Foundcraft world. Another age. My wither spawner, I haven't showed you that either. This is my little Foundcraft area. I never liked the way it looked, so I never really finished it. This was meant to be a tower, like off, there's a website called Plots, I'll take that in for you. If you do a search for plots like that, you get a nice thing that shows you how to build real nice mage towers. I've built an actual mage tower off there in the past, but this time I was kind of doing it on my own. I didn't really like the way it looked with this pattern. I've got a video of a mage tower that I like better on my other server, but that's actually been blown up now with a nuke. Well, the tower's still there because it's made out of warded stone, but there's a lot of damage internally because my mate put loads of nukes around it because we're getting rid of the server. But this has got a nice little note block control on the arcane levitator that I was quite happy with. So stepping on this arcane pressure plate, fires a note block, the arcane ear there turns off the arcane levitator so you can get down. I'm slowly building the node up here. I'm still doing it using a node queen. I keep swapping the node queen and a pure queen in and out, so the node queen grows the node for a bit. See, it's up to 659, and then I put the pure queen in, and that'll bring the flux down while the capacitors fill back up. These crystals create aura, so you see it's at 529 or 659. These capacitors will start filling this up. Once it reaches 659, then the crystals will start filling that back up. We've got crystals all the way around. Once it gets back to 659, it'll start filling these up, so these can hold 100 in each. And when these are all solid purple, I'll switch them back again, and the node queen will use the aura to start growing the node a bit. Very nice. Pretty simple setup in here, not real special. It's my Mishcraft pages. I've put them all in the right order off the wiki because I'm a bit anal. So I've got pretty much all the pages. It took me like 60 wells to get them all. I've pretty much got them all. So this is a nice little void well. I made it too dark. It's got an end of starfield, but you can't really see it. I have died once here. I lost all my stuff. I was quite upset. I fell off the edge, got disorientated because my flight controls on my helmet. I had my Farmcraft goggles on. You see the bees in there also create these magical flowers. And here's my solar power plant, if you will, little power flower. 16 solar panels feed into one IDSU, so that's getting 8,192 EU a tick, which all goes straight to the matter fabricator to run that at its max. So yeah, I've enjoyed making these. Fully automated in the ME network, but next server I'm not going to touch solars. I'm going to do something different because I've done that now. I really do like auto crafting them in the ME network. It's nice just to press a button and watch an ultimate hybrid solar get made from scratch. Quite nice. Another little thing I like here is the magic mirror. Throw bits in there and they get put into the crucible. Quite tidy. And I think we're getting pretty much to everything that I've done. Let's have a quick look round. Don't know how long the video is. Oh, with a spawner downstairs. I'll show you that in just a second. And then currently I'm on with this fusion reactor. Nearly done. I need to start making some deuterium and tritium for it. I might use deuterium and helium-3 because I've got some helium-3 from processing endstone. I've got 51 helium-3. I'll probably make deuterium and use the helium-3. So the one other thing I've got is, oh, my escalators look alright, don't they? They're just MFR, manufacturer reloaded conveyors. If you put them on a block, they'll place flat like that. But if you wrench them, you can turn them round. They alternate between being flat and being sloped. And these actually pull you up, so I can let go of the mouse. Looks nice. Looks good for a factory, or if you're making a shopping mall or something. This is my real rudimentary sorting system that's got a bit of overkill on it. It's got a tesseract and an ender chest. That's just in case I wanted to make more quarries and have different tesseracts feeding in. But I could just have an ender chest on the quarry instead. But at the minute I am. That feeds in. If this chest gets full, it's got a little bit of control on it there. It triggers that transmitter, which comes round here and turns the redstone energy cell off for a few minutes, so I don't get no backlogs. But if anything goes wrong, it turns the quarry off. That works alright. And then down here in the hole, I've got two ways down. I can use a portal on the wall over there, the portal gun portal. But the other way down is just down here. I've got this big open area that I quarried out. All my spawners, well, a lot of my spawners used to be down here, just drop spawners, but they're not down here anymore. What I've got down here is MFFS force field system, and I might as well kill a wither for the end of the video because everyone likes seeing withers get killed, don't they? Holy hand grenades, ridiculously strong against withers. Let's use this field teleporter to get in there. Let's make us a wither. Idiot. Must have been trying to point at me. And skull. There we go. Yeah, if you ever want to kill withers quick and you've got Xeno's Reliquary and you like Monty Python, check out the holy hand grenades. Be real good fun. There we go. I used 4 then. I only needed 3. I missed. One of them must have missed. Nether star in record time, thanks to the holy hand grenades and the MFFS, and of course the modular power suit. That's really been looking after me. Love my modular power suit. Works very well. Let's put that back in there. And this is all here in case you want to download the world and come and kill some withers and have a play around. And the easiest way of getting down there is, let's turn that off. Boop. The easiest way of getting down there is just for the portal, that's up here. Next to the to-do list, that's looking pretty blank. Right, so there we go, that was episode 63. Little tour of, I think, pretty much everything I've done. I forgot to mention my air balloon, my hot air balloon. I made a frame motor thing, we'll finish with that. If you've been watching the recent episodes, you'll have seen that anyway, but if we go through this portal, what's that up in the sky? It's a frame motor hot air balloon. That looks not great, but it works, it's functional. In here I've got a really nice 6-directional frame drive made by a guy called Rain Warrior. The design was, I borrowed his design. Works very well, it's a really nice compact design. You can check some of my early videos, well, my quite recent videos from last week or so, on how to make that frame drive if you was interested. And what I've been using this for is, if we switch to Thermalcraft goggles, oops, I'm on my head, not in my hand, I always do that. What we should find is, where the hell has it gone? Ooh, oh, the node's gone. Oh, I think it might be back here. Right, okay, it's back here. I had to reset the server because I got an issue the other day, and I need to bring the frame motor back. What I was doing was dragging this node back to the base, but I left it back over here. Alright, so I should sort that out really. And I was expecting the node to be right here where I left it, but I had to reset the server the other day because I had a chunk reset. And this thing moves, of course, it's a frame drive. So if I get my trusty remote control out of there and set that to east, thank you, and turn it on, we'll start going eastwards back towards the node. It was pretty quick, not massively quick, but quick enough. So there, episode 63. I hope, I wonder how long it was. I wonder if it's about an hour long. I hope it was enjoyable having a quick look around the server, and the stuff that I've made is the next season is going to be on the main server, and I'll be actually looking to build more impressively. I've kind of built it a bit sparse and functional here. I've kept like one boiler and stuff like that. I'll be going a lot bigger on the main server. But thank you very much for watching, and I hope you join me next time. Cheers. Bye. Okay, I'm back. I couldn't leave it like that, not without doing this. Boop. Come on. Come on. So the whole point of this thing was to tow that node back where I want it, wherever I want it. I picked up another couple of nodes on the way. That started off a bit littler. It was about 800 over there. I towed it to the temple, got another node. So this thing can now set it to move to the west, and I can just slowly, oops, that go east again. Turn that to west, and now there we go, to the west. It'll tow the node along with it. Each time the node gets close, move it along a bit further, and there we've got a little node tug. Yay! Okay, cheers, bye.